Alright guys, so moving forward, we're going to do things a little bit differently here this year. There's going to be more rants and stuff like that. So I just wanted today to talk about anime. And yeah, 3 reasons why the Japanese anime industry sucks. I'm just going to say it straight out like that. Okay, so anime is great when they get it right. And while it does get a lot of shit from a lot of ultra nerds out there for whatever reasons, these assholes that sort of live on message boards and talk about shit that they don't have no idea about. But yeah, it gets a bad name. But I do want to say that there is a lot of great entertainment out there if you know where to look. But that really has nothing to do with this video. But some of these Japanese companies putting stuff out there just suck so much. They make so many utterly retarded decisions, and this video is going to be about some of those decisions. And yes, 3 reasons, and let me tell you, there are way more than 3 reasons. And if we're going to go into the domestic anime companies, well, I could make an entire series of like 26 videos about this. But alright, I'm just going to state issue 1 right now. The Japanese companies are militant assholes when it comes to protecting their work. Let me just explain that there is a gigantic community out there on YouTube dedicated to making video game reviews. And yes, I partake in it, and I've made fun of just about every company out there, and none of them have ever given me crap because it's, well, a moderately respectful industry. The Japanese, though, not at all. Alright, I did this review of One Out, my 9 out of 10 well-written review, I guess, was pulled from YouTube for supposed stolen audio/video content. What the fuck is that? I am basically promoting these people for free on my YouTube channel, free for everyone to watch, so that, when these domestic anime companies somehow release this show in the US, because it's not like the Japanese know how to release anything in the US, that is some marketing already done for them. But no, they took it off the internet. And yes, this video of mine, my review was a review. Ooh, it's just my voice, no copyrighted music or anything like that, because I try to cover myself because I don't want to have my YouTube channel deleted. And then there's some slides from the show, not even any animation. And like I said, the review is positive, 9 out of 10. That's incredible. But no, instead the video gets treated like some pirated episode and removed because the Japanese companies are stupid asses. Well, it's understandable, I guess, kind of, that YouTube allows these companies to just pull the trigger and remove videos, and then you have to go through a really annoying delayed process to overturn that, and then maybe they'll listen to you and maybe not. It's kind of understandable because there is so much opportunity for people to just upload copyrighted shit in droves, and they do, and they somehow get away with it, while people like me, they get fucked over. But as I was saying, it is just utterly retarded how trigger happy the Japanese companies are. And YouTube could probably find a better way anyway. Alright, we're going to go into issue 2 here. The Japanese companies have completely failed to be on the forefront of technology. Besides Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, and Pokemon all hitting the airwaves at once, want to know one of the other major reasons why anime took off so well in the early 2000s in the US? Well, let me tell you, DVDs were a new technology with a ton of promise, and the domestic anime companies pulled a great move in totally getting on board. However, now times are changing once again. We are all watching anime online because, anime's main audience, they're kind of broke. They don't really pull the trigger and spend $30 on 4 episodes just out of nowhere because they have nothing better to do, while meanwhile Heroes gets a release for $40 a season or something like that. But yeah, only now have the Japanese companies actually allowed the domestic companies to offer online episodes immediately after the Japanese airing. Now, one could wonder, why don't the Japanese companies just do that? Why don't they actually hire some English speakers? But there's a bonus reason for you in the middle of this. But yeah, for the longest time, it was just little more than a pipe dream, and now they are only finally allowing it now as a last resort, since the industry is just spiraling into destruction. And even still, though, to circle back to issue number 1 again, the Japanese companies are still being retarded and, moving to putting anime online. Toei freaked the fuck out when, oh no, get ready for a small handful of internet savvy pirates, no pun intended, managed to watch some random One Piece episode a few hours or whatever it was before its initial Japanese television airing, when some Funimation URL got guessed. Holy shit, stop the fucking presses. Who really gives a crap? In the grand scheme of things, why does that even matter? I'm sure Funimation could, alter things just very slightly moving forward. Nothing that bad would happen, but you know what? This issue, it halted progress for what? At least 6 months. Toei just freaked the hell out. It's just dumb. And then finally, issue 3. The Japanese companies cannot research the U.S. market for shit. Every time a Japanese company tries to enter the domestic market directly, it is constantly an epic fail. Toei previously tried to enter the DVD market directly to put out several terrible DVD releases. Seriously, I'm willing to give these companies some amount of leeway. I am not ultra anal about things like the menu and the menu is static and it takes, it's a little clunky. I don't care. Really, I'm there for the content. Yes, I do consider the video quality to be important, but the menu, that's just bloated shit. I never really saw why people give that much of a crap about that. However, when you're putting out a DVD and the subtitles are misspelled, improperly translated, improperly timed, ugly as fuck, significantly ugly as fuck, and are riddled with just many, many mistakes, all keeping in mind that this is for stuff like Airmaster and Slam Dunk, who not very many people give a shit about for good or bad reason. There's just low interest titles for a highly particular market. The least you could have done, if you're an intelligent company, is hire someone who speaks English and then, at least research the market. And you know what research the market really means for just about every anime company, domestic and in Japan or whatever. And you know how none of these companies traditionally have ever done this. You know how you research the market? You go to that stupid-ass anime on DVD.com site, or whatever it's called now, Maniac or Manic, and then you register a forum account, and then you can lurk, because I'm sure that there will be some hubbub about whatever your latest shit release is, or you ask people, hey, what are some things that we should look out for? And I'm pretty sure 13 ultra nerds will jump in there and say, don't dub title. Don't be retarded. Yeah. These companies just lack common sense. But yeah, here is my other bonus example. Why the hell were there 2 competing Bandai companies in the U.S.? Now, I'm sure that a lot of you probably don't follow this stuff that closely, so you probably saw if you even pay attention to who Bandai actually is, you probably saw just Bandai and were like, oh, here's Bandai, maybe they changed their logo. No, let me explain this to you. Bandai Entertainment did a great job at marketing anime in the U.S. starting all the way back in the 1990s. They were responsible for Gundam and just a whole bunch more. However, in 2005, a second Bandai offshoot from the, Japanese company decided to swoop into the marketplace marketing their own line of releases that completely failed due to an extreme overpricing that just doesn't fly in this country. And while the original Bandai US company that released anime knew exactly what to do in order to at least sell some DVDs and Blu-rays or whatever, here is Bandai the second, who completely ignores this work that's already been done and tries to do it better than their other self. It's just so stupid. Instead of the Japanese company working with its already established more American self, it ignored its American self and decided to extend another limb of itself into the market that just did not work. It's probably difficult to even follow this example based on how stupid it is. Now, I will say that the two have eventually merged together, and I have really no idea whether or not they're even that successful. Probably not, because whenever you hear about domestic anime companies that are doing well, it's either Funimation or it's Viz with their Naruto and Bleach releases and Shonen Jump, or then there's there's Manga Entertainment that puts out some movies every few years, and that's basically it. So yeah, this is all that I basically have this time. And here's some parting food for thought, though. These are all examples that we know of. Who knows what kind of colossal fuck-ups happen behind closed doors? Quite a few, I bet. Stay tuned for the next time I give you another 3 reasons.